Yo, what's going on, Geek Corner? This is your boy, Earth Mac, the mad scientist.
And Vivo the vibe.
We are Nerd Talk, man. Thank you guys for being here once again. Shout out to my boy Boogie Blends. He got a little situation going on at the stables, so he cannot attend this meeting today. But he will be back next week, though. He will be back next week. There's a lot of horsing around going on.
Yes.
Yeah, to the highest order. So to put y'all abreast of the situation, Cliff Notes is that I want to say he got another horse, right? And this horse was playing around and knocked down a fence and looked him dead in his face. It's like, look what I did. Yeah, it's the picture for me.
It was like mistakes were made, and I don't know how to react.
I have no hands. I can't fix this for you. I got hooks. That's what I have. But yeah, so he'll be back next week, man. But today we're definitely covering some anime because like this summer of anime has been knocked down, drag out, like balls to the wall, fire. Like it's been crazy the amount of good anime that's been out there. So we've been covering as much anime we possibly can each and every week. And this week we're covering Bullet Bullet. Now, if you had never heard of Bullet Bullet, it is on Hulu and on Disney Plus. This is not on Crunchyroll, so it's one of those hidden gems that are out there. So we definitely gonna talk about that in full splendor. And the full series is not out yet because the next 8 episodes is dropping August 13th. So we're definitely covering the first 8 episodes. And but before we get into that, though, I know over this past weekend they had Evo, and there was a lot of good announcements out there for Evo. One of the games I am going to get is Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and
Mortal
I
Kombat.
cannot. Yeah, so we talking Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, trilogy as well, and I'm thinking they're working on Mortal Kombat 4 right now, which is kind of like they got original source code, right? Like it's no emulation. They went to the studio and talked to the Booms, and they got the actual source code. So they actually online gameplay. You can play Mortal Kombat Trilogy 1, 2, and 3, as well as 4. Pretty much, and they also got like the documentary, like the creation of the game and stuff that we may not know about outside of what we see on YouTube. So there's a documentary in there. There's a physical copy for Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. And PC. Like, when the last time you seen a physical copy of a PC game? It's been years. So you're definitely getting that. So I cannot wait till that come out, which is this year. It's coming out this year. And the open beta for Battlefield 6 is tomorrow. I want to say it's tomorrow. And I can't wait to play that. And for these Call of Duty chuds, sorry, this might be game over for you guys. This might be over.
It'll be all right.
Hang the jersey in the rafters. You know what I'm saying? Hang them in the rafters. I think we back to original form because they did like a play test, like with some streamers, and it got like a 93, 94% approval rating. Obviously, Battlefield 2042 was trash. Like, I ain't even gonna sugarcoat that. It was definitely trash. Battlefield 5, little shaky, but I think they got away from its original formula. But with this Battlefield, I think it's going back to brass tacks from the ground up. Fully destructible environment. So if you decide to camp, I will blow up that building with you in it. And you will die from debris. This ain't Call of Duty. Now, there's some people that jumped from Call of Duty to this game, and they got worked. They're like, oh, these jump shots y'all been doing, these hopping around, jumping. Nah, you're getting pieced up. Swiss cheese out here. That's what's happening. But Battlefield 6 is definitely coming out. Virtual Fighter 6 gameplay was at Evo as well, and it looks pretty damn clean. And I think they're going to show up more footage at the Tokyo Game Show, which is later on this year, which is I think it's around September if I'm not mistaken. So that one, be on the lookout for that, and also another Virtual Fighter 5 Revo will finally have crossplay. So no matter what platform that you're on, you can play Virtual Fighter 5 Revo across all platforms because I'm a pro Virtual Fighter supporter because it is the king. To me, it is the granddaddy of 3D fighting games because if it wasn't for Virtual Fighter, you wouldn't have Tekken, you wouldn't have Soul Calibur, you wouldn't have Battle Arena Toshinden or Bloody Roar. You wouldn't have none of those things if it wasn't for Virtual Fighter. And Virtual Fighter is on the surface simple, but it's very complicated. And this is like no power ups, no fireballs, just straight up hands, whatever your martial art style is. So if you haven't played Virtual Fighter 5 Revo, which is that what a lot of people are playing, go ahead and check that out. So also for the anime guys and gals out there, the first 2 or 3 episodes of Lord of Mysteries has an English dub now. So if you are confused as far as what was going on because you was encumbered by all the animation goodness that you was getting and you trying to read the subtitles and look at what's going on at the same time, they got the English dub out right now. Slowly but surely, all episodes will have the English dub. So
I actually watched a little bit of the first episode in English, and it seems like it's a good dub.
So did you find yourself like understanding it more with the English dub?
Yeah.
Okay, 110%. I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm with that. I can't wait. I can't wait. First, I think that the first episode, second episode, the first 2 episodes is English dub. But yeah, we gonna jump into some bullet, man. And I have things to say, man. But first, though, ladies first, man. Vivo, I've done enough talking. What you got? How do you feel about the anime known as Bullet? First, start with the music. The music. How do you feel about the music?
Oh yeah, the opening slaps. Like, I love that opening sequence. It is, yep, legit opening. It's I would say up there with Marshall and Don. Yeah,
Ooh,
good opening
dang.
song.
That's what I thought. Yo, that's what I thought about though when that opening hit though. I thought about Don. That's what I thought about. I was like, wait. This thing low key slap right now. Let me.
And I think it's Work Hard by Chanmina.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's the artist. Yep, Chanmina. She's a South Korean Japanese rapper.
Hey, she doing her third thizzle. I'm gonna tell you that though. And the ending theme too. The ending theme slaps pretty good. But how did you feel overall about like the anime before we jump deep into it?
I really liked it, and the animation style seemed kind of nostalgic or familiar. And so I looked it up, and so the animation studio is EH Production. They were responsible for doing Ninja Kamui and also Undead Unluck. They also animated the Monsters, 103 Mercies, Dragon Damnation, which was that One Piece spinoff about Zoro's ancestor. And yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. And also I felt like a lot of the voice actors were familiar, and sure enough, like they have a pretty cool cast of voice actors who have been in other really well-known anime as well. Like I think Beryl, for example, the main antagonist, is, I believe he's voiced by Makoto Furukawa, who has also voiced Saitama from One Punch Man. He has voiced, who's another one, a well-known Looks like Seiji from My Hero Academia 3. He also voices Ogun from Fire Force.
Oh shit. Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
Yep. Um, what other? He voices a character in Doctor Stone, The Slime Diaries. Um, what's a more recent one? Oh wow, he was in Inspector too. Okay. Hell's Paradise. He voices Yamada. Uh,
Wow.
oh, he voiced Wu Jinchul in Solo Leveling. That's interesting. Okay. He voices Rio in Kaiju number 8. So I mean, and then the main voice actor for Gear is Marina Inoue, and she voices Momo from My Hero Academia. She has quite a list of voice acting credits as well, dating all the way back to like 2004.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at her stuff down, man. It's
She,
like
I mean, she voiced Armin in Attack on Titan. Um, she voices Mai in from Jujutsu Kaisen. So I mean, like they have a legit cast of voice actors.
for
Because I
sure.
was like listening to some of them, I was like, they sound real familiar.
Man, they're going back to D Gray Man. Like she
Yep.
did some work on D Gray Man, and she was Elder. And
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, I'm like, okay, okay, that's what we're doing out here. So yeah, you were absolutely right with the cast. Um, for me, I say that this anime actually reminded me of something. It actually now, not like a mirror image of it, but it did remind me of this particular anime in like the early 2000s.
Fully
And
Cooley.
you know what? I didn't even thought about that, but yeah, a little bit,
I
a
was
little.
getting mad. Fully Cooley vibes. Like,
I was getting a little bit, and Get Backers, and the reason I say that is because like with these two guys, the Get Backers, they basically get back things that were a stolen or lost, and but they always broke. Right? If you never seen but you never seen Get Backers, I highly recommend go watch Get Backers. I want to say it's on High Dive. You might be able to see it on YouTube, but it did remind me of that because Gear and Bear and the robot basically are in a way get backers. So they retrieve things that were stolen for the most part. So for me, it gave me those vibes. And now that you said Fooly Cooley, I can't get it out of my head right now. So yeah, it does remind me of Fooly Cooley a little bit. It does have a little bit of a serious tone to it. It kind of got I wouldn't say space western because it's not really in space, but it kind of sort of gave me Outlaw Star vibes just by the energy it was given,
mhm,
and
mhm.
it also it reminded me of like the zaniness of it reminds me of Gurren Lagann or Kill la Kill
Mhm.
because at some points you think it was going to get serious and then it flips it on the head and I was like wow they're using it's not as much CGI and it feels like it's updated old school anime style by the facial expressions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So um I really did get those vibes from that. But I immediately gravitated to this because it also gave me a hip hop vibe too.
But what it was also really funny too is like some of the villains, just like the character um design for some of the villains. I
Yeah.
was like, this is like straight out. These are like One Piece type villains because what?
Yeah.
Or wait, and then there was one of the assassins who was in the pink Bo Peep. She gave straight biscuit vibes from Hunter x
Oh,
Hunter.
yes. 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 I like somebody is heavily motivated by some Hunter x
Yeah.
Hunter and some get backers. Definitely some Fooly Cooly. So for me, I thought initially that the assassins, like the way they was ranking them, I was like, oh, okay. So number one got to be like on a whole nother level. Only to find out that the number one is not on that level at all. It was like none of these assassins are about their life at all. Like they made quick work of them like throughout the first
Listen,
8 episodes.
when I saw the one assassin or the two assassins, one was using golf balls and the other one was using baseballs, and they were like, I was,
Chucking them.
I was like, so are they explosive? Because how did that golf ball take out the building? Like, what is happening? What is happening? Um, I really like the humor in this one too. Like
Yeah.
they were just on a completely another level. And then I liked Bear.
Hey, yeah, Bear's like my favorite. It's my
But
favorite one.
the twist at the end too, when we find out that Bear isn't who he exactly says he is, when he popped out of that suit.
Bucket
I was
naked.
I wait, no wait. And they caught the picture and it was like just his booty up in the corner and it was pixelated. And I was like, wait, what?
You say, yeah, that's not really the bear. Here's the footage right here. I was like, can I get a better
And
picture?
and it also, I thought it was interesting that because we talked about I can never say the Gachia Kuatata. Gachia
Talking about
Kuda.
the bear's real
Gachia
name.
Kuda. No, Gachia Kuda, like what the show we did I
Oh,
think
Gotcha
last week.
Akuda.
Yeah, Gachia Kuda.
Yeah,
Um and the fact that they have similar things going on and that there's like this part of society that is all clean and pristine, and
hmm
then you have the lower class citizens who basically live in the filth. I mean, but the lower class citizens are also essentially used as the garbage haulers essentially,
yeah,
and they're basically sucking them dry for their I just thought that was interesting. I was like, oh, I feel like it's a little bit of a coincidence that we have kind of new anime that are out that have like this trash slash dystopian theme going on.
yeah, yeah. You know what? I thought about that too. Like when I first watched it, and that they just collect trash and then they get underpaid, and Gear is doing like side jobs to get paid more money to the point because his whole goal is to go outside that circle. Like he wants to go see what, I wouldn't say the wastelands, but what the outside looks like. Even though everybody else is kind of like they cool with the status quo. It was like, I'm gonna work, I'm gonna get drunk.
That was
I'm,
sad.
it
I
was.
was like, that was so sad. I'm like, yo, they did a real good job brainwashing y'all, because they were like, why would we do that? I just want to go and get some drinks after this. It's like, um, sir, they are literally draining your life from you.
Yeah. And nobody
And
knew
then
that. Like nobody knew that
wait,
till like Gear found out like later.
when we find out that boss is only 34 years old, and I was over here thinking he was like 78 from how he looked.
Yeah.
I also found it very amusing that the main character is basically raised by an old black man.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was cool.
And the way he was talking to him, like, yeah,
Yep.
that's black talk. I like
Like,
that's
yep.
exactly how we talk, like an older guy, like raising you, which was technically his dad.
Mhm.
Because he said that, even though it was funny because when he said that my and it blanked it out, I immediately thought about Kill Bill because anytime like Beatrix said her name, they'll bleep it out until like volume 2. But within the same episode, it revealed that Boss is really Gear's dad, and he helped him out. by helping him escape. He didn't go like outside the circle, but he's definitely made it further than like most people would have or wanted to
Mhm.
do. And the fact that he had a bunch of coworkers like in the van and it just start pouring out. I
I
was,
was, I was, no, and it wasn't just like a couple. It was like he gathered everybody up. It was like 50 plus people that poured out of the back of this van, and they were all drunk.
yes, they were all drunk. They don't even know what the hell was going on.
they're
Like, why?
they're literally, we're here for a good time, not a long time. Like that's
Yeah.
literally their outlook on life.
Yeah.
So,
That's it. That's it. They're like, why am I scarred up on the middle of the pavement? Like, why am I here? Well, I'm gonna go to work today, and that's it. So, like in the beginning, nobody knows this, right? They just know if you in your 30s, you're pretty much at the end of your lifespan, or you getting
mhm,
there, right? And but
mhm.
everybody made peace with the fact that, like you said, you go to work, you get drunk, and you rinse and repeat, and you just live life to the fullest with what the time that you have. Nobody questioned this shit. Like nobody questioned this at all. Except for Gear, right? Gear, and then when he meets like Noah, and Noah, who's a certified badass in her own right, that kind of like left that cassette tape there with Bear and Gear, and Bear was like, "Hey man, don't trust a pretty face. Basically, don't trust a big butt and a smile." Like
Mhm.
that basically what he
Mhm.
told her. But I mean, technically he was true. I was slightly disappointed with Bear not being an actual bear. Slightly. I'm like, I really wanted him to actually be a bear. And only 4 years old. Because they always joked about it. You're like, I've been around a long time. You're only 4 years old, my boy.
Yeah, but notice how he was always like, mm,
Yeah.
because really, he was an old ass man. Like, actually, I shouldn't even say that he's old because there's a chance that he's actually not as old as we think he is because of how they have this hierarchy set up. And he stated that he came from the pristine area.
Yes.
So he was benefiting from the longer life, like all
And
of
he
those benefits.
and he can't shoot for shit, apparently. This man had a whole
That's I'm like, how I would have been talking junk like um who was it? Oh, Nosa and
cow.
Kawane Naka and
Hey Baba.
yeah, I would have been talking junk about him too.
Consistently. It was like,
Like,
yo.
bro, can you raise the gun up just a little bit? Like it was either he was shooting at the ground or he would shoot at the sign. It's like they're like right here, bro. Can you just
And when he shot the sign, I thought, oh, he about to have like one of those happy accidents. Nah. He still didn't hit anything, even with the sign fell. I was like, but in the bear suit, it's almost like your strength is amplified just a little bit. And because he was
he's a
able to
good
beat,
hand to hand
yeah,
combatant for sure.
because he definitely knocked out the Bo Peep. Like, even though they had
That was
like a
funny.
little, a small 2-second moment where they looked in each other's eyes right before something blew up. I was like, wait a minute, is this like foreshadowing here for us what's going on? But it never like expand on it. But like with Gear and his car Bullet, and he's like the perfect getaway driver. Like getting away from everything, getting in any nooks and crannies or whatever the case may be. Um, the thing that kind of upset me or made me sad, like you said, was when they finally got to the facility and I think it was Nosa. Yeah, Nosa was the one that sacrificed like her interface to open up the window for Gear to say, "Hey, this is what's going on. Take those masks off because it's sucking your life away." And then everybody's like, "What are you talking about? Like, we could have gone on without knowing that shit." I felt that because
And then they were like, "Yeah, we need to get back to work. Keep your masks on." We don't care. Like what?
Right. I was like, yo, like, did y'all hear this?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That was me. So I was like, man, it kind of put things in perspective though, because in the real world, shit like that is going on right now. It's like there's somebody playing in your face, like as we speak, and he's supposed to be like a leader, basically, and basically saying, "Hey, I'm doing this and this and this and this." Oh, that's cool. Nah, they're just trying to get you. They're just trying to put you in jail. They're just trying to do this and this and this. Like so to say that Sunku Park created this over the course of 10 years, it took him a decade to actually draft this story up. It's kind of scary though, the way this story is being told and how in the real world, like some of this stuff is kind of similar.
Mm-hmm.
But
I hope we get a season 2.
We are. Yeah, August 13th.
Oh, they already announced it? Oh, I wasn't even. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like August 13th is the next 8 episodes.
Oh, sweet. So then I can watch them all next week.
Yes. And I think that's how it's going to do it. I think it's going to be like 16 episode show. Like, okay, so Noah. Like, how do you feel about Noah as a character, or is she alive? Because there's blood all over that hallway. But how do you feel about her as a character?
She reminded me of what's her name? What is her name? Hold up. I'm about to look it up. If I can.
Like another assassin?
No, she reminded me, her character design reminded me of what's her face from Lucy from Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what you mean.
And how she was just like, admittedly, a badass.
Yeah.
And orchestrating stuff. And yeah, she reminded me of Lucy.
She actually do. Dang, I couldn't really place who she reminded me of, because she has like a cheerful type of personality, but when push comes to shove, like, yeah, she's gonna fire y'all some rounds and she's gonna hit every time. It's like she was very unforgiving when she was first introduced, when she was infiltrating the facility with Gear and Bear and what's it? Noza. Yeah, and Noza. So the way she was just executing people, like left and right, like, all right, whatever, y'all filter me. So I don't know what her fate is, because episode 8 ended with a cliffhanger, because Gear got caught, Noza's not speaking, and they left like Kyle and Baba and actually, yeah. So Naka, Kyle, and Baba are the only ones left, because Noza was the one that sacrificed herself. So we don't know the fate of Noah, or we don't know the fate of Bear either, because both of them like left them behind. So that would piss me off the most, because like you don't have just one, not two, but 3 of your friends that actually sacrificed themselves, whether for better or for worse, for him to air this stuff out, only for the people that you try to help and try to support don't even believe they believe you, but they don't
care.
Yep. Yeah. Like that part, I was like, man, this is a villain origin story. Because I could just wipe y'all off the damn map, because clearly y'all don't care, except for Boss. I got to get Boss out of there. So also the lady that I forgot her name, the older lady that always feeds Gear, like, is she gone? Is she dead, or is she just showing her in the corner? Because she was like still.
That I don't know. I was confused about that, because I feel like if she was in fact dead, then they would have been having a celebration for her. But she was, so maybe she's not. Maybe she's just getting to that point. But I don't know. we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, in the next starting next week.
Yes. Yeah, and I can't wait. Now also the other character is Barrel. How you feel about this bad man pajama?
I mean, we don't know much about him other than he's apparently some kind of a special agent that answers directly to the leader of the free world at this time, and so he's part of a secret security, government security that apparently nobody knows exists because they do all the dirty work. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that I'm interested to see what involvement he has played in the past, because remember they said that he was the one that was responsible for killing Rhodes, who was the um, prolific smuggler who
Mm-hmm.
actually was trying to smuggle the gospel out before. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see what additional role he'll play, because I mean he's also ruthless. Because if somebody just irritates him, he just kills them.
Yes,
But
without
he didn't. It's like
hesitation.
he didn't see like he could have killed them multiple times, but he's over here explaining. So why are you explaining instead of just killing them like you did everybody else? So I'm interested to see what his true motivations are. If he's actually like, is he truly a villain, or is he like a double agent? Like I'm trying to see where this goes, because it also seems like he has ambitions to be basically the one that rules them all in terms of some of the comments that he's made. So yeah, I'm just interested to see what his true motivations are.
So I have theories. Like I feel like he is Road. Like I
That
feel
would
like
be
that.
interesting.
Right, because I feel like the way Gear was describing Road, and they showed this, they showed the flashback image of how Road looked, but you only saw like the back of his head or the side, and
Mm-hmm.
his hair is kind of like sort of the similar hairstyle as Barrel's. So even though it's been said that Barrel was the one who killed Road, who shot him, maybe it's kind of like a metaphorical thing, like that side of him is dead, and that's who he really is. And if he was going out in the world to spread this information out, maybe that information was just null and void. Or maybe it's one of them situations where Road at one point put that word out there and he got the exact same response that Gear got. And that will turn him to what he is.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a theory though. That's a theory though. Because when Gear talked to Barrel and he told him like, because you killed Road, you kind of saw him squint a little bit, or you saw like a certain eye movement. And typically, in anime, if you see something like that and they do a close up shot of somebody's eyes, it was like, wait a minute, there's got to be some kind of connection. Either that's your brother or that's actually you. Like you are the Racer X in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I'm very very curious, and maybe that's why Barrel, like, I wouldn't say let Gear speak his piece, but after he spoke it, Barrel was just kind of like, I told you so, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that also led me to believe like maybe this is actually Road, and maybe he did this before, and this is the same result, and maybe he just lost faith. But I don't know. That remains to be seen. Now the other character that I want to talk about though is Lynn. Like, what's your thoughts on her, the daughter? Like, did you guess that right off rip, or did you like was shocked when it was revealed?
No, I figured it was that much after seeing Bear's reaction when she rolled up. So,
Yeah, time when you threw up his hands and got started shaking.
mm, yep.
For me,
But
go ahead.
I mean, I think that she has very good intentions, and she was literally trying to save everybody. But also, you know how they operate. Well, she also didn't know that there was a secret like security organization that was carrying out all of this stuff.
Yeah,
And so But it's also stupid of her to have thought that, yeah, we're gonna we'll keep our word. Like, no, they're not. They're gonna tie up
No.
loose ends. You were a loose
Yeah.
end. So
Especially they done told you, yeah, we are a secret organization that no one knows about.
yep.
And we just told you, yeah, we gonna kill everybody here. And once we get this information. So yeah, she was kind of dumb in doing that. But for me, I figured out that was Bear's daughter because when he said my wife and daughter, and I started gambling and I left him, and it showed an image of her being blind, I was like, wait a minute, Lynn might be his daughter. And it's just solidified that, like you said, it solidified it for me when his reaction was the way it was. I'm like, yep, that's your baby girl right there. And then he kind of asked a loose question. It was like, oh, what would you do if you see your dad? It's like, I'd probably kill him. I was like, ooh. Oh, but she knows now because that information is out there. No, because Bear is alive, actually. Bear is alive because we see him get put in the back of the van. And then Lynn finds out that, yeah, Bear is your dad. Yep, you've been with him the whole time. You've been spending time with you.
Mhm.
So, I'm very curious on how episode 9 going forward is going to be. I don't think, even though it's one of those, it's a happy mix because I like anime that is a mix between being funny and also have serious tones to it. Gachi Okuda hits that formula like to the letter. Soul Eater hits that formula like to the letter. So I think
Mhm.
Bullet does the same thing. Do you think everybody make it out alive? Because I don't think everybody's going to make it out alive. I think it's going to be one of those situations where we get attacked.
Well, it'll
and
probably be like a
sad.
Moonrise type situation.
Ooh.
Yeah, the ending of that. Still mad about it, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we already know that supposedly Nosa is the first one down so far. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
The fact that there's a robot with multiple personalities is hilarious. Because I do like the animation style though, where they have a dialogue with each other. Like later episodes, it go inside of the robot, and you see them all sitting around in a circle talking to each other. And Baba is like, "All right, y'all, calm down. It's okay. It's okay." Like she's the voice of reason out of the whole thing.
Mhm.
Um, and that also explains like the mood swings that Nosa has, like when it switch personalities, because it does it like that, especially when
Yeah.
she talks to Bear, and like frightens Bear. So speaking of which, like when you first saw that the negotiation robot showed up to Bear, did you think he was going to take that deal like right off rip? Because I thought he was.
I think he would give it a good old consideration.
Yeah.
I thought that he would consider it. But I was kind of on the fence if he was going to go either way.
Yeah.
Because we know he did not want to be in that situation. um,
At all. At all.
yeah. But when he ripped that thing apart, I was like, oh, yay, Bear.
Yeah, because I thought it was going to be one of those plot devices where he does it and then like be for like a couple episodes and then he'll turn back to being with Gear. But if he did it in one episode, I'm like, okay, he a real one. He a real one for this. But like I said, don't know what's going on with Noah. Like, is she still alive? I would assume that she is. I don't think those going to kill her off like that. But it did left a cliffhanger because Gear and the company are not
Caught.
winning.
They caught up.
Yeah. So, like I said, I'm also curious on how Gear, if he is is going to turn everything around, or how he going to get the people on his side. It might have to take Boss to actually get the people in that town heads out of their ass and like, hey, that's my son. Let's go save him. You know, that kind of thing.
Hmm.
And maybe Boss might not make it at all, which I'm thinking that's probably maybe what's going to happen at the end of the episode. I would hate that. I would hate that.
Yeah, I want Gear to be able to get him the medication. I know, well, I hope that they further expound upon the health ramifications for the system that they have set up and whether or not any of it is reversible.
Yes. Yes, that part. I definitely want to know about that. Like, can it be reversed? Can you get that youth back or some type of life longevity? Some of my favorite parts though in it was when Boss like smacks Gear with that wrench. He was like, "Yeah, I guess you kind of like my dad," and he like smacks, like smacks.
That
On
was
top
the
of
equivalent to a belt.
Yeah, I was like, he wasn't lying though. You are his dad. Like, why you abusing this man with a wrench? But we'll see what happens with Bullet though. Like, if you have to give it a rating though, like so far, like out of 5, what would you give Bullet?
I would give it probably a 4 out of 5 right now.
4 out of 5. Do you think it's a candidate for anime of the year, or do you think it's just a good anime?
Right now I think it's just a good anime.
Yeah.
I have to see what other. I mean, because they're coming out with a lot of a lot of other goodness. So I might have some
Right.
stiff competition. So
Stiff.
I'm confident. I'm confident in saying that it's a good anime, but we'll see what the competition looks like.
This competition is very stiff and it's very tight because at some point or another, I thought Lord of Mysteries had that shit on lock. I thought it did because of the animation style, the way the storytelling, and everything else in between. And then here comes Gachi Okuda. Here comes Tugan Aki. Here comes Bullet, which is a hidden gem, the water magician. And there is another, that's an isekai anime that's out. Kaiju number 8 is back. Don is back. Like, shit. So there is a lot that is out there that are anime of the year candidates. Like, for sure. Clevitus.
Did you start watching that?
Yes.
Told you.
Yes. I am in. 100% in.
See? I told you.
Listen, when I watched that, I watched like the first 2 episodes. I said to myself, I'm like, Vivo, you sly devil. I say now I'm hooked now. Now I'm hooked now because I got to see what's going on in the next episode. It's one of them things where also it's a webtoon. Come to find out, you can actually read it on webtoons.
Oh, okay.
You can read it ahead because I actually found that by accident. So, this might be one of those anime that when the season ends, I'm gonna have to read further and see what happens. Now, I don't think it's a webtoon you can read in public though. If that makes sense. So, yeah, read that on your own time. But I think I'm gonna do that like I did Demon Slayer. Like once that season ends, like I'm gonna just go ahead and read ahead because I gotta see what the heck happens with the situation. It's not an isekai. That's the one thing I do like about it. It's not an isekai. It just takes place in that time period. And there's a lot of like intrigue and stuff like that going on. But yeah, that's something we're gonna cover in the future as well, Clevitus, and get that ball rolling. But we got another anime we're gonna cover next week. It is an isekai anime. And I did watch the first episode right before we did this, and I'm in there. This man can jump worlds. He can jump to his current life into a different timeline to the woman that he really wants to be with. So he can jump back and forth. I was like, oh, this is different. Sort of.
This sounds like Outlander.
Sort of. But he could do it. he could do it. I was like, oh, I'm intrigued. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. But yeah, check it, guys. That is our show for today, man. Go ahead and check out Bullet Bullet now, because there is some points that we did, like, you know, kept out, because we want you guys to go out there and check out Bullet Bullet for yourself. It is on Hulu. It is on Disney Plus. The next 8 episodes will be dropping August 13th. So go ahead and support it, man. It took this man, Sunku Park, it took him 10 years to draft the story for this. So go ahead and support that.
Yep.
And
you'll be entertained.
Very,
for sure.
Very entertained.
It's entertaining for sure.
Just like the same type of humor, I would say, sort of kind of like Gotcha Akuda, especially that poop episode. That was
That was
hilarious. He was like, ah!
I didn't know when he realized that it was poop and his entire demeanor changed. And then he screamed and took off running.
You get up, take away
best,
me.
But the best was when Engine found them afterwards, and he was just he had passed out, and then Engine is driving them and like is literally crying real tears.
Yeah. He was like, bro, you did what?
And then Rudo was like, I didn't even realize. Oh my God, I was playing in poop. That was
man, look, he was trying to tell you. He was trying to tell you, put the plunger down. You're like, oh, he must be scared of this. Like,
yes.
No, he's trying to tell
yes.
He's trying to tell you, put that shit down. Literally. And Simu was no better. She was like, you got a little boo-boo in the back of your neck. And I was like, what? Oh, man. Great, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next
Man.
couple of episodes.
Go ahead and check out Gotcha Akuda. Oh, what you were saying?
I'm looking forward to the next episodes of Gotcha Akuda for sure.
Absolutely. And Simu is actually voiced by a black woman.
As she should be.
And man, because just by the mannerisms, just the way she was talking, the way she was southern. I wasn't paying attention, but she was reading the Dirty Mag too.
Yeah, that was the first thing I noticed.
I did not notice that. I just
like,
saw the glasses.
I see today's.
Yep, that's what it was on there.
It's like, what is she looking at?
She's looking at a whole nudie mag out here, man. I'm like, I was just looking at the whole feature, like the short hair, the glasses, and all that other stuff. Like, oh,
her character design reminds me of Miss. What is her name? Miss. No, it's not her. She's a character from Darker Than Black.
ooh, man, that's an anime I haven't seen in a long time.
I have to. Is it?
Ooh, Darker Than Black. Ooh, man.
She's
That's
named
so
after
bad.
Miss April.
Oh, Miss April. Okay.
Yep. She look go and look at a picture of April right now from Darker Than Black. She looks exactly like her, except her hair, their hair colors are different.
Holy shit! Wow. Hold on. I'm pulling it up right now. Yeah, that's her right there. Wow.
Yeah. Now go to a picture of
Oh, Simu?
yeah, Simu.
Yep.
They could be
Yeah.
sisters.
Very, very much so. Listen, when I saw that, like for the first time, I'm like, oh, is this waifu? That's what that's what I'm saying. Oh, it's my new waifu.
Listen, I'm looking forward to the cosplays of her.
That's what everybody's saying too. Like in Black Nerd groups, man, it was like, yeah, I can't wait for this cosplay to pop off because it's going to pop off. And I wouldn't mind doing a cosplay of some Gotcha Akuda characters as well, man. But we'll see how it goes, man. But again, this is our show for today. We will be back next week with some anime goodness. You got anything for the listeners out there, Vivo?
Nope. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
All right, y'all, and you already know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell. And if you want access to our magazine and also the comic book content that I put out throughout the week, if you want that first dibs on that, go ahead and subscribe to our Patreon. And yes, we do have a Discord server as well. So go ahead and join our Discord because we got categories for everything: comic books, pro wrestling, video games, anime, all that. So go ahead and check out our Discord server, man. So until next time, y'all. Peace.
Peace.